Good afternoon. We're here at Ollerton. Now, they had a tweet out the other week that the football club has just received £60,000 worth of grant to go be spent on the football club, which is absolutely fantastic, and certainly for non-league clubs like this it is vital that they get a lot of grants to certainly get money through the gate and money to help keep the club going. We're going to meet a volunteer from Ollerton Football Club and he's going to explain the work that's been going on here at the football club. Before I forget though, if you're new around here, of course, like, subscribe to the channel. On the way to 3,000 subscribers. If you like your non-league content, this is the place to come. So yes, let's go meet him right now.
But yeah, probably since, well, the start of summer really, we've been sort of slowly getting bits in. 1,500 quid from Tesco. We've got about £5,000 from the district council for some temporary floodlights, which are in action behind me. But yeah, other than some of the other stuff that we've done so far, you know, looking at this stand, that was just, you know, a lick of paint by one of our committee members, which I think has made a huge difference. It's got a lot of comments. The pitch is currently getting in the middle of doing the pitch power funding, so that's going to get a dedicated care plan over the next few years to get it up to what we hope will be one of the best pitches in the area. And that's going to be safe for all the sites. It's not just the main pitch here, it's going to be the junior pitches over to my left. They'll all be getting worked on. But once the money comes in, you know, I think it's going to make a huge difference. It's sort of ring fenced currently for, I think, the sort of wording in the document is for the provision or improvements to sports facilities. You know, so basically, people might think £60,000 is a lot of money. You know, and it is to us. It's the biggest single investment we've ever had. But it also doesn't solve all our problems. So it's very much the start of the journey. It's hopefully gives that platform to then go on and build and do a lot more with the ground.
So we're here down on the pitch then, in terms of with some of the grants as well. So talk us through what's going to happen then with the pitch going forward.
Yeah, I mean, the playing service took a bit of hammering last year, to be honest. A difficult winter, and I think most clubs suffered with it. You can still see it's struggling in some areas, but you know, it's looking better. We're having a dedicated care plan now. We've got somebody in who's going to, I think it's been vertic drained today. You know, the hope is, and I think it's the pitch power scheme goes on for 6 years. I think the hope is that, you know, with that, this surface, but also the two junior sites over there and the one behind the goal, we all get them into a condition where, you know, they can handle the, you know, we've got 9 kids teams at the minute. We want more, and they all need somewhere to train. So it's just about getting that surface correct and getting it right, so it can take as much as we can throw at it and give the kids and the first team and whoever comes down here the best surface to play on. So yeah, we're getting there. You know, it's a long way to go, especially with this pitch. You know, it's not great at the minute. It's looking better after a bit of rain. But yeah, you know, that's a long-term project which will run alongside the development of the facilities, and hopefully it'll align at some point and will, yeah, allow us something to really be proud of.
So talk to me then as well. We've just been down on the pitch. Part of this is going, is it the fence and the floodlights? So talk about what's going to be replacing this then.
Yeah, so I mean, like I mentioned, you have £60,000. Obviously, you can use some of the money. But it doesn't answer and doesn't solve all our issues, so it's a case of, you know, prioritising the sort of things that we could do with it at the minute. So the first thing is this sort of like this terrace fencing that we've got up here, which is, you know, to divide the site up. That's for ground grading purposes. You know, it's not very secure. You can see it, a bit of wind. It's always windy down here. It's tough and hammering. So the plan is to get a full wooden fencing, which will go all the way down to the bottom of the ground. And obviously that will make it look a lot tidier, but it'll also be a lot more secure. You know, and it'll help with things like sponsorship boards and things like that. And with ground grading, and hopefully get to the point where we can get to step 6. So that's going to be one of the biggest outlays of the money when it hopefully should turn up. And, you know, so the initial plan, people will probably be aware of some of the issues with our floodlights and our generator over the last few years. So the initial hope was that we were going to get 3-phase electric in and get rid of the generator, bring 3-phase in and get LED lights put in on the mains. So that's proven to be a bit more of a difficult job than we first thought. So what we're doing in the meantime is we're going to get the floodlights replaced with LED bulbs. So the package that we've got, which we're hopefully going to go for, will just be much better. We'll get much better light coverage. It'll be more eco-friendly, more light-friendly. There'll be less sort of wastage, I guess. It'll allow us to light half the pitch if we want to. So if the lads are training for it's like half the pitch. So yeah, I mean that's going to be more energy efficient and everything. So that's going to be really big for the football club. We've had lots of issues with floodlights. I think we had to spend about £1,500 last year. There's a couple of bulbs out again already, and the bulbs that we've got in, because it's quite an old system, you know, they're low on stock across the country, so it's not just a local issue. So yeah, I mean getting those LED lights in will be a big future-proofing the site. Is sort of what we're trying to do at the minute, and the LED lights will be a big part of that, and hopefully the fencing will help keep the site secure and help us tidy up a little bit.
So we're here at the pavilion. In terms of the ground then, what is going to go on sort of refurbishing this part of the ground? Yeah,
I mean, you know, there's already been a big change this summer. It's the first thing you see when you walk in, and we're very conscious of the fact that it looked pretty terrible. You know, it looked old. It looked, you know, there was no wind protection, so it's always struggled a little bit. It's not much TLC over the years. We're really lucky. I mean, all of this we've seen, you know, it pretty much didn't cost us that much. I think the manpower was free. We got the wood for free. So it's only really the paint that's cost us any money. It's made a huge difference. I mean, it's not finished yet. We're going to hopefully get some signage up and a few different things on the actual walls when you sort the door out. Yeah, hopefully that's going to, you know, set the theme for the whole site. So when you walk in, the first thing you see is something that's quite impressive, and then that'll carry on as you go through to the rest of the area. Sort of long term, we also did some concrete, which sort of be left over from the cricket days. The plan is to get rid of that and get all this flattened. You know, the sun's shining now, it's quite cold, but there's kids training on, a kids game on. You know, long term, probably next year. You know, maybe the plan is to have some seating outside, maybe open it up a little bit and have a bit of a social area. So that's a long term aim for this. I mean, future long term, obviously, we'd like to move into something much bigger, much more suitable for sort of the aims and ambitions of the club. We've done a really good job so far, you know, just getting it tidied up. Which is the same for the rest of the site, really. You know, everything's had a lick of paint, the ticket booth, sort of the stand, the toilet block. It's all had a lick of paint. It's gone a really long way to sort of improving the site. You know, hopefully this money still got a fair share left. You know, I might get a new tannoy system and things like that. And there's a few little bits that we can do, which we're hoping to do with this money that will make a really big difference to the whole site, including this area.
And so there we are. My afternoon here at Ollerton. It's great to see a non-league club get back on their feet. It's great to see money being able to help restore, regenerate a football club, and it's nice the fact that we can do stories like this, because non-league clubs on your doorstep, go and watch them, because these are the backbone. These are where football grassroots is all about. Hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with more content like this very soon.